Okay, so now I need to create my scene that it's going to go to after the landing page. So I want mine to go to the user home screen or the player menu screen. So I'm going to create a new scene. So I click the drop down. Oh, not there. Create scene. And this one's going to be called PlayerHome. And this one's named wrong. So if I just double click on it, landing page, enter. So inside of landing page, right here in the script, next scene, I need to spell player home exactly how this scene is spelled and save this scene. And now I'm going to double click on player home so it'll open it. I'm basically going to do the same thing as the landing page. So I need to insert a canvas, and then I'm going to create text for now, and we'll change all of this. So this is going to say player home. Okay, so let's save it and make sure it works. So go to my landing page, go to File, Build Settings, and I have to add both of these scenes to the build settings. So add open scene, close this, open up player home, File, Build Settings, add open scenes, build and run. Call it whatever you'd like, 2D tutorial. And go ahead and click play. So it has 2D tutorial, and then it moves on to the player home. Okay, now what I want to do is in my player home, I want to add a few buttons. So if I right click on canvas, go to UI and insert a button. I'm going to have this button be so that when the player clicks on this button, it'll say level 1 and it'll take them to the first level. So if I open up button, it has text. I'm going to change it from button to level 1. And make the font size larger, and then go back to button, and I want to make my button larger, so I'm going to make my width 300, my height 200 is too large, try 100. Okay, so there's my button, and I need to create another scene. So I'm going to save this one, and I'm going to create a new scene for level 1. And then I'm basically going to take the exact same script that's right here, and I'm going to copy all of this part. I'm going to come back over here to Unity, and I'm going to add in an empty game object, and I'm going to call it player home. This is what I'm going to attach my script to. Make sure you click enter. So add component, new script, player home. Make sure it says C#, create and add. If I double click on it, it'll take me to the script, and I wanted to replace all of this. And then I need to add in my using Unity engine dot scene management semicolon and save it. Now back over here on the object where I attached my script, I'm going to add in the next scene, which is level 1. And then I need to add level 1 to the build settings. So add open scene. Okay. Now if I go to my landing page and click play, it does my landing screen and then my player home, and then it comes over to level 1, which is not exactly what I want to happen. So what is happening is I am saying, this is inside of the player home script, I am saying after 3 seconds, I want to load, or I want to call this method right here, which is saying scene management.load scene. And then it takes us to that scene right there, which is what the user put in. There's the text the user put in, which over here I said I wanted it to go to I wanted it to go to level 1, okay, because that's inside of player home. Okay, so that part's fine, except for I don't want it to call until the button's clicked. So if I come over here, I need to get rid of this line of code right here, the invoke. And now it just says load scene, scene manager.load scene, next scene. So that part's fine. And then back over in the player home, I have my button right here. And if I have this option for on click. So I click the plus. My object is this player home object. So I double click on that, click the drop down, go to player home. I don't see it. Let me make sure it's saved. Oh, it needs to say public. Otherwise, we can't access it. So back over here on button, player home is our object that's selected. And then inside of player home, we have this load next scene, so that when we click play and we click on our button, then it will load the next scene. This is level 1 now. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to add in 3 levels. So do the same thing for the button, and when the user clicks on level 1, it will take them to the scene level 1. When they click on 2, it'll do the same thing, and 3, it'll take them to level 3.